Hi everyone, Steve here from MakerMind 3D. Today, I'm giving you a quick walkthrough of my nameplate generator. My goal is to make sure you get the perfect result without feeling overwhelmed by the settings. So let's dive right in. As you can see, I've color-coded the preview so you can easily distinguish between the frame, the base, and the text. Let's go through the functions. First, the text and fonts. Simply type your name or text in the name field. Below that, you'll find a wide selection of fonts, organized into categories. Basic fonts support bold and italic styles, while decorative, Asian, and Cyrillic fonts are used without additional style options. Before we move on, a quick tip about printability. Make sure your text isn't too small, especially when using more delicate or decorative fonts. Thin details can become difficult to print with a standard 0.4mm nozzle. If your design includes very fine elements, you either need to increase the text size or switch to a smaller nozzle, like 0.2mm, to preserve those details. To show you what I mean, let's jump into Bamboo Studio. In the slice preview, you can clearly see when parts of the text start to disappear or break apart if the nozzle size doesn't match the level of detail. Now that we've seen what can happen, let's jump back into the generator. The text settings. Here, you can easily adjust the text size or spacing to make sure everything prints cleanly. With just a few small tweaks, you can avoid those issues and get a perfect result. Here you can define the text height and how far the letters stand out using text depth. If you have a longer name, you can adjust the letter spacing to fine-tune readability. The letter width factor controls how wide the plate is calculated based on your text, helping you keep proportions balanced without manually resizing everything. Now for the plate itself. The horizontal and vertical margins define the space around your text, so you can control how tight or spacious the layout feels. You can also adjust the base height and the corner radius. Set the radius to 0 for sharp edges, or increase it for a smoother, more modern look. One of my favorite features is the border, or what I like to call the base frame. In this section, you can control both the thickness and the height. The frame starts from the bottom and can act not only as a border, but also as a solid base or pedestal for your sign, depending on how tall you make it. Finally, the scale factor. If you want a larger or smaller sign, just use this slider. It scales the entire model text, plate, and frame, while keeping all proportions exactly as designed. And that's it. Once you're happy with the preview, just hit download and you're ready to print. If you run into any issues, feel free to drop a comment on MakerWorld. If you like the model, you can also support it with a boost. It really helps a lot. And don't forget to follow to stay updated on future designs. Happy printing!